Briac and I Die to Games. Welcome to my channel. I am leveling Monk in Final Fantasy XIV today. So, or this evening. I already played today. Played Final Fantasy XIII earlier. Had a blast with that. Let's see. Let's start with the main scenario. The queue time is 19 minutes long. Isn't that ridiculous? A 19-minute queue. That's 20 minutes of me sitting here talking to myself to you guys without anything going on. I have done all of the main quests. I do have a couple things we could do, I guess. I've got a couple of crafting quests we could go do. Let's go do some of these. Oh, I guess I should turn the sound on. I realize I probably have the game sound off. I could also set up my action bar for it to be controller facing. So maybe we should do that too. There you go. Sound. Ooh. Which quest was it? Forging Northward. That's blacksmith. We can skip this. God, I'm like way back on the level 53 quest. This is gonna take a bit of time. This is why I haven't done these quests though. They're just running around all over the place. Jesus Christ. My kids have balloons from birthdays over the weekend, and one of them just popped. And I didn't care for that. Look at his arms. Fucking crazy. Can't skip. Oh, that sucks. Mithrite rivets. Take mithrite nuggets. I need 3. Oh, they have to be high quality though. Alright, we can do that. Okay. One. That's 2. And that's 3. 16 more minutes till the queue pops! Oh, I'm so glad these quests exist. We can get our crafting quest all completed while we're waiting in queue. You know, the DPS queue is not always this bad. Like yesterday, I think I waited maybe 5 minutes. So hopefully it's just for the main scenario and not for everything else. What was it I just got? Mithrite file? Not unlocking? Oh, it already went to my inventory. Okay, cool. Alright, this next one. I've done all of the zone side quests in every single zone, so these crafting quests are pretty much all I have left. Hey, always further. How's it going, man? I am doing well. Had a pretty good day today. I took off work all week long, so today was my first week or day of vacation, and I had to go to the dentist earlier, but I also went to the pool and got to swim around and stuff, so that was pretty cool. Forge a titanium bastard sword. Okay, let's go. Oop, 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 oop. Let's just travel. Is it foundation? How about you? What's up with you today? Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. Like I haven't taken any vacation this year. Like a lot of people, I guess I was worried about my job and like what was going on. And my company announced that if they had to lay anybody off for a COVID-related issue, like layoffs happen, then they would pay you for up to 2 weeks of vacation time that you took during this time. So I went ahead and took a whole week off. I've got a ton, absolute ton of vacation time saved, but it's just nice having that like backup that, you know, you're not totally worried about if I lose my job, I'm fucked, you know? Oh, ice cream guy. We had a guy come and deliver ice cream to our neighborhood a couple of weeks ago. And, oh, you son of a bitch. I missed it. I didn't get any ice cream. I feel like a kid, man. I'm the same way. I hear the ice cream truck and I run outside. What a ripoff. Fuck these guys. You know what I like to get? And this is from like when I was a kid, but my grandparents, anytime I went to visit them, they'd always pick up those orange sherbet like push pops, you know, where you push up the stick and the ice cream comes from the top. And I used to fucking love those things, man. So I saw that at the grocery store they actually sell them. You can actually buy an orange sherbet pop. And I bought a whole box of them for me and my kids. So fucking good. You know, I had an idea. This is more of an adult idea. But you know what they should have is a pot truck, a marijuana truck that goes around playing Snoop Dogg throughout the neighborhood, you know? I'd bet they'd make a killing. I bet they'd make an absolute killing selling pot from a Snoop Dogg truck. That doesn't exist, but it should. It's too much money. Let's get 2 of these. You've been working the entire time. That's awesome, man. I have too. I haven't had to stop yet. I did have to take a salary deduction, so that kind of sucked. But you know, it is what it is. I'd much rather like take, you know, a decrease in my salary than people lose their jobs. Yeah, I don't know why people aren't doing that. I mean, whether you smoke or not, you know people do. So, like, capitalize on it. I think you could make a Snoop Dogg truck, boost out some Snoop Dogg on the speakers, and just go, like, with a van. You'd make so much money, man. You'd make so much money if you could sell pot from a van. I know in my neighborhood it would sell very well. I don't know why I forgot that. Well, I think it would. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I know my neighbors. It would definitely do well. But, you know, it's not legal here, so we can't do that kind of thing. Another 16 minutes on the queue. Oh no, actually only 2 more minutes. We should be good to go in about 2 more minutes. Where do I go now? Let's go back to the jeweled brazier. So where I live, medical marijuana is legal. You have to get a card for it. Oh, there we go. You have to get a card and a prescription to get it. But there's a distributor that's like 2 minutes up the road from my house. And one of my neighbors, he had back issues and he got prescribed medical marijuana. And, okay. The dude was, he got a card. And he said it's pretty basic, man. You go in and you can buy like X number of like hot brownies or whatever a day. You know, whatever your delight is, they have everything. So it's like it's weird to me because like I don't know, when I think of medical, I think of like a pharmacy, you know? So you have like a set number of pills you can take per day, and they prescribe out so many over the course of a month. And he's like, yeah, the distributor's cool, man. You can get like gummy bears and brownies and, you know, just the tobacco so you can smoke. I mean, that you can get everything. So it doesn't sound very medical to me. Like, it's still like set up in a way where it's perfectly ready for recreational use, but it's not approved here yet. Look at all the flashy colors. You're in Canada, right? Always further? It should be legalized, man. Like, even if you, again, same as tobacco or alcohol, even if you don't do it, you can take tax money from it, right? Like, all the states that have legalized it here in the US have made bank off of marijuana sales. Like, they are, like, putting new education programs in with the money, and, I mean, I don't hear about anybody, like, getting DUIs over pot, so maybe they are, I don't know, but it just seems to me like if people are going to do it anyway, you might as well use the benefit. I think that for all drugs, though. Like, if somebody wants to do heroin or meth or whatever, just put it in a place where they can't hurt other people and, you know, sell it at a premium. Sell it at a super high amount. Make sure that you can make money off of it. And put that money to good use. Maybe you put that money back into programs for people who want to stop doing drugs. Put it into education or health. You know, there's so many ways you can spend money on drugs. Like, look, prostitution is illegal. People still do it. Drugs are illegal. People still do it. Gambling is illegal in a lot of the country. People still do it. So if you're gonna, you know, oh, that's no problem, Zeph. Don't worry about it, man. If you can later, you can. I know you have work tomorrow. I don't, so I'm gonna stay up doing this. But all that stuff's legal in like other parts of the country, and they're taking money and, you know, using that money for the good of the country. I don't know why we're not here. Like, legalize that stuff, put restrictions on it, put some like rules around it, and then make some money off of it. Zeph, my anniversary's tomorrow. My 13th anniversary is tomorrow. And I told Lady Brioc that I'm gonna stream a little bit. It's like, hey, in the morning, just, you know, I'm gonna stream. Like, I'm gonna stream instead of you know, we'll do anniversary stuff, but I'm gonna stream. Nah. She's so burned out from like the kids' birthdays and stuff. She's fine with it. Yeah. So always further. The other thing is like alcohol, man. I think since Uber and Lyft started up, there are so many fewer DUIs in general, because it's so easy to just take your phone, you know, and call for a fucking driver so you don't have to drive drunk. I don't know. I just think maybe I'm being too logical about this, but I just think that if you put some rules around it and, you know, tax the shit out of it, put registrations on it, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, my 13th anniversary. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't think I'd Uber anywhere right now either. But I also wouldn't go to a bar. Like, I think the people who are going to bars are fine Ubering, you know what I mean? That's all. It's just, you know, you gotta be safe, you gotta be smart, but I think there's a way to do it and, you know, be safe and smart and make money for the state. This is the least gaming discussion I could ever have on the stream. Like talking about legalizing drugs. I think that might be a TOS thing. I don't know. I don't really keep up with that kind of thing. Since it's a political issue, can we talk about drugs? Like, I know I've seen people smoke pot on their, like, and drink on their stream. So I know that's legal. I just don't know how it is talking about all this stuff. I should be able to voice my own opinions on things, right? Well, I'm doing that anyway. Whatever. Hey, outside of that one night of drinking wine, man, I haven't had any alcohol in the last 4 months, so... I was trying to get down to my college weight, like officially, by August. So I've got 4 more days to lose 4 pounds. I don't know if that's doable or not without, like, heavily, like, not eating and drinking. But that was my goal anyway. See if I can do it. But not drinking has definitely helped. You lose a lot of weight not drinking. Yeah, that's the tough part. And it's all like birthdays and anniversaries this week, you know? So I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. Oh no, what did you do to it, man? I run really slow because of my back. Like, it's pathetically slow. But I do run, so... I feel like such an old man when I run. I'm going like my 2 miles an hour everywhere. Like, you see old women passing me as they walk, and I'm like huffing and puffing as fast as I can. When I went out to take the kids to the dentist this morning, we actually had to sit in traffic for once, for the first time like since February. I sat in traffic. It was all red lights and stuff, but it just made me like realize how much I adore people not traveling right now. Like everybody working from home, not having to worry about like the 5 o'clock commute. You know, it was just, it's fantastic, and I hope a lot of people are realizing how great it is right now. Like, not, you know, being stuck at home all the time. I'm not saying that, but just, you know, not being so reliant on, like, going out of the house for everything all the time. You know, not going to an office, not, I don't know. I just hope people are like me and think it's awesome. Like, take the benefits as they are, right? Like, a lot of people get to work from home right now. Not everybody. But for the people that do, it really helps everyone. Because then you don't have that traffic. You have to deal with other people everywhere. Zeph, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub to always further. Enjoy the gift sub from Zephiel. Zephiel's feeling generous this month. He wants to take and keep that #1 gift sub slot. You should save all that though. Not really. Thank you though. I appreciate it. By the way, I've got Lady Brioc working on a second emote officially. Taking some advice from you guys. We're gonna do 2 more emotes. One is gonna be my face in some form of fashion, which I think would be good. Murley was talking about it last night. He said I'd take my face out there more. I don't know about that, but I tend to agree from like a marketing standpoint. I think that's good. And then the second's gonna be a Final Fantasy theme one, so we're gonna have a Moogle or Chocobo or something. And I'm pretty psyched about that. I think that's gonna be a cool one. Hey, always further, when you stream, what kind of mic do you have? Or do you have a mic? Do you use like a headset mic? I know that's a personal question. You always sound pretty clear. Stun this guy so he doesn't get his shield off and fuck it up. Really too bad. Oh, okay. It's a headset mic. It always sounds super clear, man. I was complaining to Skyrim the other day. I don't think my mic sounds too great. And I just bought it. Like, it's a brand new mic. But it's a Blue Yeti, so it's not like the best of the best. And I think she was saying she used that. I think it was her. And, like, I was messing with settings trying to get it to sound better. I'm always jealous, though. I think everybody else has, like, their sound settings are just perfect. They just sound way more sophisticated than mine. I've got microphone envy. A little bit. I'm thinking I'll be playing on the PlayStation pretty soon here. I set a goal for getting the Final Fantasy VII Remake going. And we're 30% of the way there. So we might actually hit that goal. We might hit that goal and I might have to play Final Fantasy VII Remake on stream. And Zeph, just so you know, I made it fair. I made the goal to expire in like November 1st. Because I figured that's how long it's going to take me to get through the rest of the Final Fantasy games. So whichever comes first, November 1st or me finishing the Final Fantasy games. That's going to be the deadline. I'll be playing on the PS4. The Final Fantasy. So I'm doing always further. I'm doing this thing with Final Fantasy. I'm playing. I'm calling it the Final Fantasy Countdown. It's all the Final Fantasies from 15 down to 1. And I'm playing one game each day, or I'm playing each day that I stream. So I played 13 earlier today for about 2.5, 3 hours. I've already beat 15. I'm on 13 now, and when I beat that, I'm going to go on to 12, and I'm going to go on to 10 from there, and then all the way down to 1. But I have this bonus up for Final Fantasy VII Remake. So if I get that that bonus event, I'm gonna go and play the Final Fantasy VII Remake at the end of the series. So once I get down to 1, I'll go back and play the Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4. I am definitely getting the PS5. It's not even a question. Like the stuff they've announced already is enough for me to go get it. The Horizon Zero sequel, that looks amazing. Demon Souls remake, the remaster of that looks fucking awesome. Like just the stuff they announced at the PlayStation conference, announcement video everything looked great. I'm not getting an Xbox. I'm not this time. Because I just don't feel like I need it. Like all the games are coming on PC. Like the new Fable game they announced is coming on PC. Yeah, it was terrible. Well, it wasn't even just that it was bad. It's just the stuff is. I know it's all coming out on the computer. So what is my motivation for getting their new system? You know? I don't think they didn't think that one through very well. I don't know. You know, there's only a couple more announcements I'm waiting on, Zeph. I'm waiting on them to announce the Final Fantasy expansion for 14. Like, I want to know what the next expansion is, and they usually announce it at FanFest, but all their FanFest got canceled this year. So I don't know when that's going to come, but I bet we see that by October. September, October time frame. And then I'd like to see the... You know what? If I was Square, here's what I'd do. The second that WoW announces their expansion date for Shadowlands, I would put out the trailer for my next expansion. The very day that WoW comes out and says, hey, we're releasing our expansion, Shadowlands, on December 1st. Whatever date they make that announcement on, that's the date they announce, like, new things. That's what would be smart. I don't know if they'll do it or not, but if it was virtual, I might actually attend if it's a virtual one. I could attend that. Why am I tanking? Why are all our tanks down? What the hell? I think I just wiped on this. I did think we just wiped on this. That was pretty bad. Always further, on PS5, what's one of the games you're most excited about coming out? Like, for me, it's Demon Souls. I'm psyched about the new Spider-Man. I think those are the two that are, like, really I want to play right away. But I think everybody saw that and thought something different. Graphics do look good. Yeah, I saw that, Zeph. I don't know how I feel about that, man. Like, I know I'm being crabby about this game, and I am going to play it, I promise. Like, regardless of what happens with the bonus and all that being met. I may not play it on stream, but I'm definitely going to play it. But I feel a bit torn about the whole thing because I don't like the idea of paying $40 to $60 every single time a new remake sequel comes out, you know? I'm just saying money-wise, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't know, like... You know what the best I read this on Reddit, and I hope they do this. You know the best possible name they could have for the second remake? Final Fantasy VII Remake Disc 2. Can you imagine if they named it Disc 2? Yeah, but DLC is like $15. Like, is the 7 Remake Part 2 going to be like $15, or is it going to be another 60? Like, I just don't know. And that's the thing, I don't want to pay like $300 for Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know? I am psyched about playing it, man. I like the demo. It was a good demo. I think the stuff they're doing for the game looks cool. I just am, like, I'm just looking at the price and saying, this is unreasonable. I get it. I know that the 7 remake was like 36 hours, so I totally understand that it's like a worthwhile payment for it, but I don't know. We'll see. I shouldn't say I already beat it, because I know the story's different. I know it's a different game. I'm just being that guy. I have to disagree with how they're doing it. I just am not okay with the price, like, being $60 per section. That's all. Maybe that's unreasonable. Oh, Last of Us. Yeah. I think the PS5 is going to be the winner. Like, I don't think Xbox is even in competition anymore for, like, best console. They lost the war, man. Like, as much as the Switch is not, like, a console anymore, like, Nintendo's kind of gone the way of, like, portable and stuff. The Switch is a better system than the Xbox One, and the PS5 is looking way better than the new Xbox. For me, it's Sony and Nintendo all the way. Like, they're taking the next generation away from Microsoft for sure. And I think Microsoft, though, is going the way of PCs. I think they're really focusing games on PCs now. Yeah, always further. I totally agree with that. I haven't bought Borderlands 3 yet because I'm waiting on the, like, Game of the Year edition. That's in quotes. I'm waiting for that because I know I can get it on Steam for like $20 with all the DLC if I just wait another year. The thing is, they put it out on the Epic Game Store, and that was a mistake. Because I was waiting for it to come out on Steam, and if I've waited this long, I can just wait until it's totally on sale now. The only thing I don't know, Zeph, is how summons work in the 7 Remake. I haven't looked it up. I'm sure it's still materia. I'm sure it works kind of the same way. But I haven't seen any of them, and I'm actually really psyched to see that. That's the one thing I don't know anything about for 7 Remake. I don't know the whole story yet either, but from like a gameplay perspective, I'm kind of interested to see what they did that. No, I don't want to know anything. I actually want to be surprised by it. Which is a bit ridiculous since it's been out for months now, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do it. Last boss of this one. We'll probably go and do the PvP one next. I like the PvP and people like that to do this kind of nice. The one I just killed? I have no idea. I don't remember. Livia Sasjunius? Livia Sasjunius? A Realm Reborn, the story wasn't great. Like, it was, the Empire has come and they're bad. And that's pretty much how the story went. Shadowbringers, though, the newest expansion, is fucking amazing. The story is fantastic. It could almost be its own Final Fantasy game. Like, the story is that good. Yeah, they have some really good looking models and characters in the game. I was talking to Zeph about this earlier. I'm a little bummed out because my computer, when I'm streaming, I can't play at the highest settings. I just can't do it because my processor's not great. And I play on a 4K monitor, so like my graphics card can't play on the 4K and keep up for the processing. I was thinking about downgrading to a 1080 monitor, and then I could play at max settings again. But I can't do both. Like, I can't, for whatever reason, I can't play at 60 FPS on my 4K monitor while I stream. So I can either like upgrade my whole computer and buy a whole new computer, or I could just downgrade my monitor. Seems like an easy decision, right? But I think the character models in this game are great. Like, I play a Lalafell. This is the monk. This guy is a different race. I forgot, what are these called, Zeph? You remember the bone dudes? Anyway, there's some really cool looking characters in the game. I think for an MMO, I think the graphics are like top of the line. I would even say, and I said this yesterday to Zephiel, I think Final Fantasy XI's graphics hold up better than like WoW's. There's no clipping. You don't get like that cape clip like you see in WoW, or weapon clipping. It's not like you don't get like the graphical cartooniness of WoW. I just think that Square has done a really good job with Final Fantasy XI and 14. I think both of them are top of the line, top notch MMOs. And from a graphics perspective, they just hold up so much better than WoW. That's just, I mean, it's a different art style. You know, it's not cartoony. WoW is very cartoony, but I think the art and the design they have really stands up better. Also, I'm not playing from a solid state drive because my solid state drive's too small for this game and all the other stuff I have on it. So that's something else I would change. I need a new computer. I think I'm going to build a new computer. Did Congress announce that new stimulus package yet? That's what I'm going to use it on. I'm going to buy a new computer. Yeah, so always further, like, the stream, I think the output is 720p. Which is fine. It looks great. Like, I think it looks okay for streaming. But, like, I'm literally playing on a 4K monitor in front of me, and then I can see what you guys see over here on the left. And it doesn't look as great on my 4K monitor. It just doesn't. Yeah, I would love for Henry Cavill to build me a machine, man. That guy knows how to build. Did you watch his video? Well, the solid state drive helps with load times, so it's not necessarily better per se, like, but like if you're loading in between zones, which you do a lot of on an MMO, you know, it's definitely better to be on a solid state. Yeah, I mean, Henry Cavill's rich, dude. He was fucking Superman. Like, I don't, I don't have that much money. I've got like stimulus money that might come in from the government, maybe. Yeah. So I'll get a mid-line machine and it'll be fine. Fucking dragon mount. Look at me. I'm on the immortal flames this time. Yeah, dude, I think he was at his mom's house, or he had his mom design his house. It just looked like such a like. You know what it reminded me of is going across the street to my neighbor's house in the like early '90s. That's how the house was designed, right? Like, it just looked like it. I don't know how the guy lives. Maybe he lives very low key. But yeah, it definitely looked like it was a house built in the '80s, and you know they'd just been there forever. I think Henry Cavill is probably a really cool dude. Like, I know he's like this great British actor, and he's in all these different films, and he's in plays and stuff like that. But just the fact that he plays video games on PC and he's such a nerd, that to me is awesome. I think that's great. Does he still play WoW? Because the last I heard is he had quit WoW. I don't know if he's still in a guild and playing actively right now. I don't doubt that he plays WoW or plays other games. I'm positive he absolutely does. He's probably online playing a game right now. But I just don't know, like, if he's actively playing World of Warcraft. I mean, maybe not right now. It's like 4 a.m. in England, but you get the gist. Yeah, I did see that interview. He's like, yeah, I got the call from Zack Snyder, and I missed it because I was playing WoW. I was playing World of Warcraft. You missed it? What do you mean you missed it? Well, I was raiding, you know? It was like, I didn't know who this was calling me. I didn't know the number, and I think that is a more reasonable explanation to me than I was raiding. Like, I just didn't know who the fucking number was. Like, it doesn't really matter what he was doing. It's just the fact that he was like, I'm not going to answer that. I think that makes him more human than playing WoW. The fact that he's like, I didn't know who it was. I was out. I'm probably going to die here. I shouldn't have gone in. Thing is, with PvP, especially these like capture the flag things, you can keep them off the flag just a little bit longer. It means more points for your team. But when you die, you give away points, so kind of a win-lose. Kate Bacon? No, I didn't know that. I mean, look, man, they had, what, like 20 million players at some point? I'm sure a lot of actors have played World of Warcraft. Especially when they're waiting for scenes, like, they just wait for, like, a day or two at a time for their chance to, like, be in a show. I mean, I'm positive they just get bored and need something to do. Whether it's World of Warcraft or, like, some other game, I'm sure that a lot of them do that. Because why wouldn't they? Like, that's a big thing you can do. God. Why are there 5 of them on here? What the shit, man? Yeah, plus isn't she in a bunch of like sci-fi fantasy movies? Wasn't she in like the vampire ones? Or am I thinking of the wrong person? Underworld, yeah, that's it. I mean, you don't take those kind of roles because you're... what the fuck is happening here? I'm just gonna stay down here for a minute. Red's going in. Immortals or the Order of Twin Adders are looking strong here. We've only got a handful of people in our team here. That's a lost battle, I think. If we had more people there, it'd be one thing, but... Immortals are coming in hot. We're gonna lose this match. But, if we lose this match, I still get the bonus for the roulette, which is what's cool about doing this for the team. Wasn't she Thor's sister in the Marvel movies too, or was that somebody else? Was it Thor 2 that she was in? Oh, that's Kate Blanchett, okay. Alright, I got her in one series. That was pretty good. I'm not trying to be sexist, but all women actors look alike to me. So. I mean, that was a little bit sexist, but... They do all, like, kind of look the same, though, don't they? Okay, I'm gonna go for that monk there. Ah. This one's close to our base, like our whole team should be here. There's no reason for a small team there. Bad loss getting this one versus that one. Yeah, I don't either sometimes. So this is like, I don't know if you ever played WoW, but it's like the WoW Battleground system. It's basically the same idea. And this one's like a capture the flag thing where you have to capture a flag for each like, zone where they pop up. The blue triangles on the map give you a few points. Red give you more, and yellow pentagon gives you the most. And we try and capture them so that you get up to 1,600 points. The difference in WoW is this is split up by nation. So you have the Maelstrom, the Order of the Twin Adder, and the Immortal Flame, which are the part of the three major nations in the game. And there's a lot of flashy lights for all the abilities. So it makes it a little harder to tell what's going on. Like, a lot harder. Elder Scrolls Online, same idea with their PvP. If you've never played an MMO, it's going to be tough to explain, but capture the flag, that's basically it. So, if you've ever played Capture the Flag, it's kind of like that. Hey Zeph, welcome back. Immortal Flames are crushing it. Just behind it, Maelstrom. Maybe, yeah, the Maelstrom. Just waiting for the next flags to pop. Okay. I think most of my team went east or west. So I should not have come this way. And I died. I think the music's cool though. The music for this zone is pretty neat. There's actually other battlegrounds. I know this is the only one I've done. This is the one that gives you the daily bonus. All about the daily bonus because you get experience from it. Did I just get feared? What the fuck is that? Wow, I just got feared and dead. I didn't even know they could fear in this game. In the battleground. Maybe it was a disorientation instead of fear. I definitely ran the wrong way. Oh, that... I think that one lost us the game there, because we really needed to get that top one, or that one, or that one, and we lost all three. Oh shit. Run away. Their whole team, yeah. I see like 3 people on my team here for this mode. And their whole team is literally showing. And that's why we're gonna lose. Okay. That's too bad. Alright, always further. I'll see you soon, man. Enjoy weeding your garden. Have a good night. Crush the other team showing up. We lost. But look, even with a loss, I got 4 million plus an additional 600,000. That's pretty good. I went up from 68 to almost 70. Okay, let's do another one. I've got normal raid and trial, so I guess we'll do a trial. I'll see you later, Zevil. Thanks for hanging out, man. Get to keep the integrity if I get it fixed? I wonder. Ooh, I like this one. Let me turn the music up for it. I just realized I was talking on mute. Well, we're gonna change out, turn in this quest, and then we'll change out some gear real quick. Forge a titanium lump hammer. Oh, I don't have any of the fucking things I need. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, I don't have a lot of this stuff either. Alright, let's do this. That's 390, 90, 390, not 390. 385 is fine, 390, 390. Oh, not even close. That's 390, 390. All right, I gotta go buy some stuff. Reach. Need a new weapon too. I think I'll have enough. I mean, I can always buy the white stuff, white gear. Let's see what I can get. So I don't need that. Don't need that. Need gloves. Need belt. Don't need legs. Need boots. Need bracelets. Get a better ring, but I could get the fending ring, which also has strength. But it has tenacity, which I don't really need, so we'll keep that. All right. And now I need a weapon. Alright, and I need 10 in a military grade. So it's 10 of the Genesis. One. Alright. That'll do me. Let's change the glamour though. Let's look at my gunbreaker real quick, just to make sure I don't get rid of any gear I need on him. Yeah, it's all crap, so... And a ring, and that's vitality, intelligence. That anymore. That's our own class. Alright, well, I'll figure out the ring thing later for him, but it means I can get rid of all this stuff. Hey Lawful, how you doing, man? Having a good day? I am great, man. I'm a little worn out. I woke up early this morning for a run. And then I went swimming this evening. And I'm just burned out from that. I'm doing good otherwise. Feel pretty good. Physically exhausted, but that's not a bad thing. I just got my monk on Final Fantasy XIV to 70. So 10 more levels to go. I've got a couple more of these to do. Let's queue for the Alliance raid. Yeah, me neither. I went swimming at my in-laws have a neighbor who have a pool, and they're out of the country. And they've been out of the country for like 3 months. But they do have somebody upkeeping their pool, so I went ahead and went over there and made sure to take a swim for them. Felt pretty good. Felt really good. I love swimming. I don't know. I love Dungeon Defenders, though. It's never once made me think about Dungeon Defenders, but it's a solid game, man. Oh, right. I need to go buy something. Alright. Titanium ingot. I did a little bit when it first came out and was in beta. I played it a little bit. You know, I'd be apt to play it, but when I was playing it, I felt like it was very pay to win. You know, you had to buy everything. You had to buy all of the like different heroes, and they gave you like X number of, you know, currency for that. But it was kind of obnoxious. I wasn't a fan of that. I left right when, was it the Necromancer came out? I think that's the class. Or the Summoner. You get to like summon these undead towers or something. I haven't touched it in a long time. Let me Google it. Hold on. So, when I was playing, there were the first 4 that came out: Squire, Apprentice, Huntress, and Monk. The Abyss Lord had come out, and EV2 had come out. And those were the only ones that existed when I played it. Looks like they've added a shit ton. Oh, I think some of these are just like the female versions, right? Like there's a female monk and a female adept now. Gunwitch, Lavamancer, Mystic, Dryad, Barbarian. Those are pretty cool looking. What's the most OP hero? You know, if I had somebody to play with that, because that's the thing, is I like playing that game multiplayer. That's why I like Dungeon Defenders 1 so much. Have you played Dungeon Defenders Awaken at all? Have you gone and played that? Because Dungeon Defenders 1 or Dungeon Defenders Awaken looked pretty good. I could see replaying that. I felt like the monk was OP in Dungeon Defenders 1 as well. You know, it wasn't like... I don't know, it wasn't super strong. The Squire was actually, I think, better for, like, solo play, but in group settings, the Monk was OP as hell. Well, you've only played 2. Well, I'm playing as a Monk, so maybe that's why. Because my character kind of looks like the Monk in Defenders 2. It's the gear, man. See, I'm just, like, fist attacking this guy. I haven't done this fight or this instance in a really long time. I don't think I'm doing too well. Oh, yeah, that's not how it played in 1. Well, it kind of worked like that in 1. In 1, that was like Hunter ability. In Dungeon Defenders 1, though, the monk had these auras they put down. And the auras were fucking OP as hell. Like, you could use them slow and damage, and you could place them right on top of each other. So you could have 2 auras killing a mob at the same time. It is really good. It's a lot of fun to play. Yeah, monks were in 1. They just played differently. I mean, the apprentice, the squire, the huntress, they were all in 1. The huntress in 1 used traps, though. The monks had auras. And then the squire had, like, fucking ballistas and cannons and, like, spiked walls and shit that he could put down. He was pretty strong. I don't know what a serpent queen is. Is that one of the heroes? Or is that one of the abilities that you get? Maybe I should reinstall that game and play it on the free time. Down. I was super interested in that Abyss Lord guy when he came out, but he wasn't that good. They added a bunch of classes to Dungeon Defenders 1 too. Also, they added them late in the game. So I've only played a handful of them. They had like an EV robot in part 1 as well. Yeah, and that's the problem I had with 1. I was playing steadily with these 2 guys, and we always had to pug the 4th slot because we couldn't get a 4th person to play with us, and it made it super hard. You had to have 4 people to like get through the hardest content, and then they opened up and released like 16-man content, and that got ridiculous too. It was hard to get 16 people motivated to play and find the best loot, you know, because you had to grind out the loot finding. Legit though, I'd install that and play it this week, if you were interested. It would probably be off stream though. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I could do that Saturday on stream. I think that'd be fun. What do you mean it's not crossplay? It was multiplayer. Did they take that out? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have it on PC. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to play together then. That's too bad. Yeah, so then I'm stuck in the same spot because I can't play it. I'm not gonna play it on by myself. There's no way I'd beat Dungeon Defenders without having people in my group. That's one of those games I feel like you can always go back to and be pretty satisfied with, though. Like, I mean, you know, outside of, like, needing a group for certain content, it was always a lot of fun. I love trying to figure out how to solo all the dungeons. I wish this guy would stop moving this thing. Alright, got all three down. This is a cool fight. I mean, when it was current, it was cool. Now it's kind of like a little boring. Still, the design of the fight is cool. You ever play League of Legends, Lawful? Oh, that's right. Man, not having a PC has got to be tough, man. All these awesome games out. I have a PS4 and I love playing on the PS4, but a lot of the games that I play are PC only games. I just got a VR headset on our PS4. We just got a new game, Hot Take, where you have to like shoot things. Oh, excuse me. We also got, man, fuck. We also got Beat Saber. Beat Saber's fucking awesome, man. It's really cool. My wife said, she's like, you should stream Beat Saber. I was like, nobody wants to watch me lose the Beat Saber. I could see it though, I could do it. It's a fun enough game. Yeah, I'm more of a controller person too. I actually use a controller for most games. I actually can use a controller on this game. I just haven't set it up yet. Apparently works pretty well. It's a pretty neat looking game. Like, just watching people is kind of fun with it. This is a really fucking long instance. This might be my last one for tonight. I don't know. Okay. That dude just pulled when nobody was here, so that's great. You know, it just depends on the type of games, right? Like, if I'm playing a first-person shooter, I much prefer to play, like, keyboard and mouse. Like, if I'm playing Overwatch or something like that, I prefer the keyboard and mouse. If I'm playing something like this, I'm fine with the mouse and keyboard. You know, I've got to talk to people. It's easier to type while I'm playing. But there's something to the controller. It just feels more magical when you play a game. I don't know. I grew up, you know, on Nintendo, man. So, like, for me, I just think there's something sacred about playing with a controller. Not that it's a religious experience, but it definitely feels better to play on a controller. I feel more stable and safer with a controller, is what it is. Like, I feel more confident in my abilities when I use a controller. Like, on mouse and keyboard, I don't feel that way. I don't have the same hand-eye coordination I do on a controller. I don't have the familiarity with it. It's just definitely, it's not the same. You know, I watch some people play strictly on a keyboard and mouse on PC games like this, and I just wonder how they do it. Like, I don't have that skill. Alright. 3 more parts to the instance. Going super fast now. Yeah, but on a controller, I can, like, instantly I know what I'm doing. Like, it doesn't matter what controller, if it's a PC or Xbox or PS4 or whether it's Nintendo. I feel confident in my abilities on a controller. I just don't feel that way on mouse and keyboard. I'm not terrible with it, I just don't think it's as good. By the way, in this fight, you have to do math. There's actually some multiplication and division problems, and if I do it wrong, I die. So I have to pay attention for just a few minutes here. Don't take it the wrong way that I'm ignoring you. It's just that you actually have to concentrate on this one. Let's see what we choose to do. Quite there yet. This is one of those fights that you can die to even if you've done it 100 times. Just because because you're not paying attention. He's got a lot of strong AoE. In addition to the part where he makes you do math. Alright, we've got to subtract. Alright, I am at... I don't know what I'm supposed to go to. What's my number? I go here. Nope, got it wrong. Calibrate vitals to multiples of 3. Okay, that's this one. What? How did I get that wrong? That's bullshit. I was standing on that pad for the 3. Oh, see, I think Fortnite's more fun with a controller. That's one I actually think is better with a controller. I think it's a challenge either way, though. I really struggle to, like, shoot and build at the same time. Do it again. Does it? I mean, I guess I could see that. I don't know. I'm not good enough at Fortnite. I couldn't say what's easy or not. I do know that the way I play pisses people off. The way I play is I find a good hiding spot until it gets down to like the last 30 people, and then I come out and start fighting. I'll even wait longer sometimes if I can. Like if I'm in the right part of the map, I'll wait until like the last 15 and then I'll come out. But I'll get in the top 3 pretty much consistently, even if I don't win. I think they have a term for it, right? There's a term for people who play like that, but you know, I'm not necessarily adding value to the world and people playing it, but for me it's about survival, man. You're trying to outlast 100 people. Oh yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm trying to like survive. That's how I play it. Survival. Let me live through this match. We'll consider that a win, you know? Okay, primes, got it. 1 is a prime number. 3, I think, is a prime number. What? What the fuck, man? Why is it still an X? I don't understand what to do. Calibrate vitals to multiples of 5. Alright? 1. That's it. That's the answer, right? Okay. Finally got one. I guess if you are trying to get kills right off the bat, the worst that happens is you lose. 1 isn't a prime number? What the fuck's a prime number? thought 1 was a prime number. Is it 3? I thought a prime number was a number that couldn't be divided by itself. Or split up. I thought that was fun. I definitely hit 1. See, this is why I'm bad at this fight, because I can't do basic math. Oh, that's very hard. Oh, he jumped at like 1%. Fuck. 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Alright. That sounds right to me, but I don't know any better. So I did fuck up that one. I wish there was a way I could pass everything. Yeah, but 1 can only be multiplied or divided by itself. Like, that's why I thought 1 was a prime number. So all the rest of them make sense, except they're saying it's not counted, even though it should be. And 1 should count. Last boss. This boss is a pain in the ass too. In Final Fantasy XII, this is one of the hunts you have to go get, and he is hard as fuck in 12 as well. He's like the ultimate boss. Like, fighting him takes like 4 hours. If you look up a run of fighting Yasmet on Final Fantasy XII, you're going to find a lot of long-ass videos. Oh, okay. Okay. Die. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So it couldn't be 1 and 1, it has to be 1 and some other number in order to be a prime number. So 1 and 3, 1 and 5, 1 and 7. That all makes sense. I'm sure it's right. I didn't work on the game, so somebody like designed it that way too. I just wish I had known that rule before I started the fight. Nobody called. Shitty game. That's why Briac dies to games, not just Briac. This guy has so much fucking health, man. It actually gets easier about halfway through the fight. Still don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with it. I don't think anybody does. Half my group's talking bad, man. Nobody knows what they're doing. Yeah, I'm all about learning more, man. There's a problem with that. After we kill the heart of the dragon, if we kill the heart of the dragon, he gets a lot easier. Hopefully we can take it down. Look at that. That took him down by like 50%. That's pretty easy. I have a bunch of books on my bookshelf behind me, behind the green screen. And one of my favorite book series is by this guy called Edmund Morris. He wrote a trilogy about Teddy Roosevelt, from when he was a child until he became president. And well, I think if you can read some I think if you can read some books, you know, read a book a year. Read some books. Just learn more, man. Read some non-fiction stuff. Learn about the world. Learn about people. Learn about history. That's a smart thing to do. My favorite film. Do you have a category in mind? So, yes, I have a few favorites, but my favorite of all time, if I had to pick just one, I'd go with The Shawshank Redemption, if I had to pick just one. But I love all the Back to the Future movies, like that trilogy. I could watch that anytime it's on TV. I love Seven Samurai. I love The General, the Buster Keaton silent film. That's a great movie. I think it's really good. There's a ton of good movies that I enjoy and think are like... If I had to name like 10 movies, I could do that a lot easier than I could do just picking one out. But if I had to pick one, I would say this Shawshank Redemption. I thought that was a great movie. Oh, we're back alive. Seven Samurai is really good though. There's an anime that's based on Seven Samurai, which is also fucking awesome. If you've never seen Seven Samurai, it's a samurai movie. Like old black and white film. It's so good. It's such a good movie. But the anime that they made based on that movie was way better. I mean, just like solidly a good anime series. Yeah, The General, the Buster Keaton movie is like an hour and a half, I think. It's a silent film. It's amazing. It's on Amazon Prime. So if you've got Amazon Prime, you can check that one out. Seven Samurai is not. I don't know how you'd see that. You'd probably have to pay for it or download it somewhere. All of these though. I guarantee I don't have all of those. That was a really long instance. Like that was a super long alliance raid. I don't think I'm gonna win any of this stuff either. Shawshank Redemption was what year was that made? I want to say like 92. But it's about these prisoners who go into jail. Oh, big creature movie. So there's a great Korean movie. God, what was the name of that? It was basically Godzilla, but it was with like a sewer monster, like a radiated sewer monster. I don't remember the name of it. It was really good. Okay, guys, just hit greed or knee. What about Rampage? Did you like the Rampage movie? Because that was a big monster movie and didn't do it for me. Rampage was such a shit movie. Oh yeah, fucking Final Fantasy V is amazing, or 15, man, is amazing. Like all of the summons in that game are crazy good because they show how awesome these like characters are. No, Rampage wasn't good. Don't say that. Don't say it was good. Rampage was a piece of shit. But Final Fantasy 15 is a masterpiece. It's a really good game. They do an awesome job with that. There's another one coming up that I'm going to play, Final Fantasy X. The summons in Final Fantasy X are not quite the same scale, like they're not gigantic, but they're pretty neat too. We're literally just going to have to wait here for the last 2 minutes because these guys don't want to hit greed or need. There was a good movie called, oh man, I'm too tired to think of all these movies. There's a French film that I used to love. Something about wolves. Hold on. I'll Google it real quick. I want to say it was called Brotherhood of the Wolf, but I don't think that was it. Maybe it was. Yeah, Brotherhood of the Wolf. Not about monsters, believe it or not, but it's about it's a mysterious creature is laying waste to the countryside, killing scores of women and children. Possesses enormous strength and a human intelligence. The beast has eluded capture for years. So King Louis sends in a renowned scientist and his Iroquois blood brother. It's about it's a French film though, so you have to watch it in French. Super good movie. Brotherhood of the Wolf. Go check that one out. I watch a lot of foreign flicks, man. Like I don't have a problem with subtitles. So for me, that's you can find a lot of great stuff that's made in other countries. But France isn't known for their movie making, so that's like the only French movie I know. There's a lot of good Korean stuff. Japanese movies obviously are great. Occasionally you get something good out of like India or Russia, but definitely the Korean movie industry is awesome. They make a lot of good stuff in Korea. Oh my god, somebody finally hit need in the last 20 seconds. It's a fucking miracle. And I just waited all that time. I don't even think I won anything. Nope, didn't win a goddamn thing. Fuck those people. Didn't even win anything. Aquaman was pretty good. Like, of the DC movies, I think it was the best one. Which I don't think is super controversial, because all the DC movies kind of sucked. I feel bad saying that, because I was saying earlier, I think Henry Cavill is awesome. Like, I think he's a great actor. I think the DC movies that he just happened to be in were shit. And that's not his fault. That's not his fault. Listen, I'm going to take a quick break, and you know what? I'm just going to call it a night, man. I'm beat. Why don't I call it a night? And I'm going to start up, and I'm going to be playing tomorrow. I'm actually going to stream a bit early in the day tomorrow. I'm going to stream probably mid-morning. So if you can make it, great. If not, we can catch up on Wednesday. Or actually, I don't think I'm streaming Wednesday. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. But I'm definitely streaming tomorrow morning. And I'm probably going to stream Thursday and Friday and Saturday for sure. It's my birthday Saturday, so I'm having a birthday stream. I'm going to stream for like 6 or 7 hours on Saturday. So, anyway, thanks for hanging out, Lawful. I appreciate it. I can't see who's on the stream anymore from a chat perspective. So if anybody else is there, thank you guys for hanging out on Briak I Died at Games. I will catch you again tomorrow. Have a good night.